with Dorthy Bess. She was inducted in our Cowboy Hall of Fame in November of 2015. And Dorothy, how old are you?
Huh?
87.
87.
87. What year were you born?
I was born in 1928
28. Okay.
on the Seth Austin Ranch at Tatum.
So you were born at home on the ranch in Tatum.
Yes. Yeah.
And your parents had came to Lea County from Elida?
They were through Elida.
Did they live in Elida? On a ranch?
Well, my granddaddy drilled water wells, and so there was here and there, I guess.
Okay, so
I know.
they worked on water wells.
Yeah,
Well, that was a vital
yeah,
part of our history.
yeah.
Did they do windmills as well, or just drill?
Well, he just drilled and put them up a windmill.
I see.
Daddy was what nowadays would be called a hired hand for if you needed something done.
And how did they acquire the ranch that you live on?
What?
Did they buy the land that you live on? Did
Oh.
they inherit it?
That was when the government gave them a section if they would live on it 6 months. And Daddy did start out that way. But Seth Austin, everybody around here knows him, kind of took him in his ring and told him how to do. He said, "Knight, always keep you a bunch of sheep, and you won't go broke."
Wow. So you had sheep and cattle? Did they run sheep and cattle?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but most of the sheep, Daddy had a herd, we called it, 100 head of sheep, which was really nice.
Yeah, that's a
And he had 18 head of cattle, and Mother rode the school bus. She drive it out, he'd pick them up, bring them in, and then she'd take them back. First, she just drove for the school. Then she got her bus of her own and drove back and forth.
Were you here during what they call the Dust Bowl? Did it affect Lea County?
Yeah, we heard of it and we saw it
Yes, ma'am.
off out there, but it didn't run us off anywhere.
And so you went through school through Tatum?
I started in Tatum at 4 years old and went through Tatum. Graduated in 1945.
Now then, I asked you earlier, but what was the happiest moment of your life?
But my brother has been, they brought us a telegram saying that he was missing in action. And we just said, no, we know he died. He's always in trouble, so we figured he'd come out. And sure enough, we got a telegram saying that they had found him. He was in Norman, Oklahoma, and they gave him the Purple Heart.
Oh, how sweet. I earned a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was injured and he couldn't remember his name or anything for a while?
I don't think he ever remembered.
Yeah. Well, that will be a happy moment to know that after 3 months they found him alive and well.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They sent us an invitation to come see him, and I've got a picture here of him sitting next to his arm.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me how long you've been in Lea County your whole life?
Can't get out.
That's a good thing. Now, whenever you were in school, what were some of your activities in school?
Tatum?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we had everything.
Right.
We had football, basketball, and we had a band.
Yes, ma'am.
And,
And were you a part of all of those?
oh, yes.
Yeah.
We had to.
And
Couldn't get a football team if we didn't.
I see.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you were in the band. What did you play in the band?
Clarinet. Clarinet.
Clarinet. Okay. Yeah. And you have a picture of you. Was you drum major one year?
Yeah.
Or a couple of years maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how sweet. And when you came to Lee County, did you come by wagon? How did your parents come to Lee County?
Well, of course, I didn't think anything about it,
Wow.
but they came wagon.
Yeah. And they were pretty well established on that section of land when you were born, right?
Yes,
Yeah. And you have how many siblings?
I have two brothers.
Two brothers. Okay. Did they stay in Lee County any length of time?
CG went to Silver City, and they got married, and DJ got married, and CG went to Colorado, and DJ stayed in Neiman, right?
Yeah, you said in 1948 they all left Lee County, but you stayed.
Yeah.
What made you stay?
Well, Tommy, that's where my husband was.
Okay. When did you marry?
They got married in 1947.
In 47. How did you meet your husband?
Well, he was just an old boy, lived off over there. And I was going to school at Albuquerque and rode the bus back and forth. And so I came in over there with my suitcase and set it down. And this man said, "Where are you going?" And I told him, I said, "Well, there's no need of you riding on the bus. You go with Tommy. He's got a car, and you can just ride with him." Well, we're settled.
Okay.
And I rode with him. We stopped in Love Roswell and picked up another kid and went on into Albuquerque. And somewhere in that time, they discussed going to the picture show. And so he asked me if I wanted to go, and I said yes.
Wow. Was it an inside show or was it a drive-in?
The movie,
Uh-huh.
it was a drive-in.
Yeah.